The Arenalacrosseleague regular season continues with a Sunday doubleheader as the Brampton Express roll into the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena on the Six Nations at the Grand River to face off against the Paris Riverwolves. Hello again, Lance Wynn working alongside JVI Productions, starting goalies. For the Express, it'll be Dylan Sprentz. And at the other end, Chase Cosgrove gets the call for the Riverwolves. Officials for today's game, another all-star crew. Kyle Coulter is the crew chief. He's joined by Joel Firmhand Furman and Mark Sandman Sands. Head coaches for Brampton is Jeff Dowling. His assistants are Kevin Haynes, Brock Boyle, and Ryan Campbell. And for Paris, in his 8th season, Jamie Dubrick is at the helm. His right-hand man is Chris Driscoll. And as we get set to go here, of course, Brampton comes in with a 2-2 record. Fell to Whippy last week, 11-10 in a thriller. The the Paris Riverwolves coming off their best game of the season, a convincing 17-4 win over the Ohsweken Bears, and opening offensive possession belongs to the Brampton Express. They'll go to work, missing a couple of gunners in the lineup, most notably Jake McNabb, not here. So some other guys like Zach Sutherland will have to pick up the slack, as will Curtis Ward. That ball goes errant and will go back deep into the offensive end. So the Riverwolves' first possession of this game will start right now with Dari Newbro. He'll work it around, stay out there in offense. They will swing it around. Curtis Woodland in the lineup for the second time for these Riverwolves. He's their main man, quarterback catalyst. Inside, Newbro tried something a little different, didn't pan out, and it'll come back the other way. Keep an eye on the speedster Colin Matthews as well. Does a good job in transition, looking for the give and go. Gone and went. Picked up, worked to Sutherland. Sunderland gets that shot right on, stopped by Cosgrove, loose in that dotted half circle, battling for it. It's scooped up, and no numbers ahead as Drake Smith was ahead, but not open as Connor Scott thought better of it. He'll flip, let the offense go to work now. Smith working half boards right side, kick it back. Trailing out late is Caden Merritt. Big shot knocked down and deflected, so no reset. Hustling to that and scooping it up is Penn Estrat. Estrat on the run in transition. He'll peel out. Good help by Graham Bergsma to cut that off and kicks it back. Jonah Beam. Jonah Beam takes a hard hit and thought that was right on the numbers by Ethan Riggs, and they're going to call an illegal cross-check on that. That's a bit of a touchy call, but you set the precedent early, and that's what you stick with through the 4 quarters, and first power play of the game will belong to the Brampton Express. So this power play unit with Jacob Janke, who has done a great job in his first season in the Arenalacrosseleague. He'll be at the top. That shot from Sutherland get knocked down by Newbro, and in transition, here come the Riverwolves. Coming off a huge game is Nick Ellerton. He was all over the carpet last week. And now going to work, Dawson Brown looking for an opening, gets taken down with 10 on the shot clock. So good defense by the Express. They'll bring it back up with just under a minute and a half to go in the power play. They'll work it around, give everyone a touch, and look to gap that box. Active defensively, keeping those balls outside. Good save by Cosgrove. Cosgrove definitely coming off his best game, holding the Ohsweken Bears to just 4 goals, and he was outstanding. Harrison Brooks will put on the brakes. He'll retreat. Woodland now will take over at the top with 45 seconds to go in this power play. In this man short. Noah Simonelli, they'll dump it. 5 on the shot clock. Tried to get it to Woodland, nothing to it. Merritt chased around, but they burn a full 30, and now there's that exact same amount left in the Brampton power play. Still scoreless here at the ILA. First to 2. Second game, we'll see the Ohsweken Bears and the Six Nations Snipers. Two teams that could certainly use a win. Swing around. That one trying to get through, doesn't. Great defense again by the Riverwolves. Ward sets up, skip pass. Nothing doing on the kick inside. Backhand try through the crease. Another good defensive hold. Penalty killed. And the Express 0 for 1 with the man advantage. Teams back to full strength. Davis Prince out there. He'll work it. Swing. Woodland gets a step. And Woodland tucks it in neatly, nicely. Boy, oh boy, he's got a whole lot in that toolbox there, and it's 1-0 Riverwolves. You look at some of the things that Curtis Woodland brings to the table, and offensively you see the entire skill set. He can shoot the ball with great accuracy, great velocity from outside that dotted half circle, and when need be, he can feather one in on a far corner as Koichi Nakamura wins possession. He'll stay out there, and Simonelli will work it, started with Brown on that right side. So Jamie Dubrick, Chris Driscoll, glad to have Woodland back as their leader, back in the lineup. His second game on the run. That one stopped on a good save by Sprents, and see here what the call is. Looks like Jonah Beam is heading to the penalty box. So slashing the call to Beam. First power play of the game for the Riverwolves, and they were lethal last week. Of their 17 goals, I think 6 came via the power play, and Woodland now at the top. He's got Simonelli with him in the shooter spot to his right as Woodland, that shot right out, rebound picked up. Good job to grab it and scamper out of there by Cayman Daibo. And Daibo missed last game, but good to have him back in the lineup too. So Jamie Dubrick finally getting some of his guys back out there, and that's going to be a slashing call. It looks like it's going to go to the Express as well. So they're going to be 2 short here. And that is the case. So Thomas McDonald, the guilty party. So now for just over a minute and a half, it'll be a 5-on-3 for these Riverwolves. Last week's game, and a good finish going top corner. And working it to perfection was Daibo, and power play goal for Paris, and they will still have almost 2 minutes left with the extra man. So 2-goal lead, and the Riverwolves looking to add more. And what they really did a good job of last week against Ohsweken was taking advantage of the opportunities they were given. There weren't a whole lot of penalties in the game. It was a well-played game, but it was just clearly dominated by these Riverwolves. So back to work with a man advantage is Woodland. They'll work it with Merritt now on that left side. And on the skip. Daibo sizing it up, him and Simonelli, 2-man game. 5 on the shot clock. Woodland goes to the bounce, and it actually went off the back of Sprents and stayed out. And now Brampton's going to have to work hard to get it over the timeline. And a good job there to do it, Tyler Halls. Halls trying to create some room. He'll curl back out and look to burn some clock here with just over a minute left in the man short. Janke's going to go for a bit of a run with 5 on the shot clock. Janke, Ellerton's on him, gives him a push out. Janke's going to flip that deep. Good job as we are under the 9-minute mark here, opening quarter. 1st to 2 here at the ILA to wrap up week 5 in the Arenalacrosseleague, as Simonelli now will slow things down with 35 seconds left in the penalty. Merritt will work that left side. Woodland there, tee that one up. Good job to knock that down. No reset. Collected, though, by the Riverwolves. Skip pass, can't connect. Woodland picks it up. Woodland gets the shot right on. It's gobbled up, though, by Sprints, and he'll look for some help, and he finds some in Neil Adamson. Adamson, 2-on-2 with Estrat. Jumping into rushes, Andrew Horsley. Horsley retreats, and they'll look to burn the final seconds of the penalty, and teams will be back to full strength. So Brampton looking to get something started now. Sutherland bounced out, takes a hit. That one goes off a Ward, and Smith now is going to pick it up, and they'll look to move it over the timeline. Cam Mancini out there on the right side now with Prince. Prince looking for a screen, bounces off a check, gets it to Simonelli, who swings it across to Merritt. Merritt looking inside, too much traffic, was looking for Nakamura, and instead here come the Express the other way. Halls, cut in, good save there as Cosgrove stuck out that left pad. So a reset to 20, and Sutherland now working on that right side. Ward behind the net. Kick back out. Sutherland shot right on. Cosgrove looks to air it out, finds Ellerton. Ellerton bounces off a check, doesn't have the numbers, so he'll pull it back out, and Woodland will set it up. Daibo, one-on-one. He's going to let that go. Good job by Adamson to knock it down, and I think that ball actually touched the mesh. And that shot right on, and with 6:42 to go, that's going to take us to our first officials timeout. Set to go after our officials timeout, the Express with possession here. Looking to get something going here in this first quarter, as so far they have come up empty, and the Riverwolves with a 2-goal lead. So a well-run play in the offensive set, just poor execution, and that errant pass will go all the way down into the offensive end. So Ellerton will inbound, and Paris will go right back to work here on O. Woodland, quick swing across. Merritt looking for a screen, has Ellerton with him on that side on the roll. Ellerton, great hands, off the post. So great execution on the screen and roll. Managed to beat Sprints, but couldn't beat the iron, and now back comes Matthews. Matthews will lose one, and he's going to swing it over and now work one-on-one. Good move by Ward, swing behind the net. Probably should have taken that shot. Was close enough in good proximity for a high percentage shot. Dying seconds now, and a good job there as you saw Harrison Brooks doing everything he could to make sure that no shot would get off, and now the flip will set up Nakamura and the Paris offense. Koichi Nakamura has done a great job in fitting himself in. Bouncing back out. Woodland, skip. Nakamura, quick shot right on, and a good save by Sprints. Great lateral movement to cut down that corner, and now Beam's going to haul that in and advance that a little closer to the dotted half circle. He'll get a give and go, get it back, work it back, swing it around to the right side. Kick on the skip. 10 on the shot clock. Bouncer, and it's a beauty. So a great job by Nathan Jones to step in and work the bounce short side on Cosgrove and finally get Brampton on the board. They trail now 2-1. So after a bit of a lull there, Brampton does a much better job. You can see them slowly but surely getting a little more effective on offense, and a great job in the circle by Colin Matthews to beat one of the better face-off men in Nakamura. They'll set things up. So Curtis Butk at the top swing. Sutherland stepping into one. That one wide of the mark. That'll be an over and back violation. And once again, Ellerton will inbounds deep in the offensive end for the Riverwolves. Looking inside right away to Davis Prince. Merritt bails them both out. Ellerton now curls around. Merritt's going to step into one right on target. Sprent's looking for the outlet, and he finds it, and they'll look to move it up. Noah Labar. Labar doing a good job of being patient and makes a good pass before heading off. 10 on the shot clock. Pears trying to hold strong. Trailer out late. Not able to get it cleanly. Smith can't get it. That shot right on a good shot from Jones. And better effort to retrieve that and pick up 20 more. Looking for an opening, Sutherland. And that shot's a crease call. And my apologies if I missed Gavin Tebow at all, as Graham Bergsma looked for an opening, kicked it out. They'll slow things down. Under 3.5. They'll wait for Woodland to come out late. 10 on the shot clock. Flip down low, Merritt. Dumping it. No one's there. Ball's going to go loose. It's going to be a shot clock violation, and it's going to be picked up by Duncan Cart with the extra E, and he's going to work it. Brampton going to try to trot over the timeline at the 3-minute mark here. First quarter. Game 1 of 2 from the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena on the Six Nations of the Grand River. Diving and a late check, but a beauty goal. And just like that, we're knotted at 2. So great effort there. And Jacob Janke picking up his first of the game. That's his 7th goal of the season. And more importantly, that ties things up here. And coming into this game, you knew that Paris coming off their best game, Brampton coming off a tough loss to the defending champs. So both teams playing well, that this one was going to be very evenly matched. Ellerton, great hesitation and first step. Splits 2, 3 now. Ellerton goes for the twister just wide. Ball's going to come back the other way. Brown, a good job on the back check. He'll pick that up and save the day for the Riverwolves, and they'll move it up over the timeline. Mancini, half boards, right side. He'll look to get a step and a screen. Gets one from Prince. Skip Merritt. Merritt thought about it. Prince, that's his spot. Prince goes 5-hole. So the Prince makes his return on an impressive bounce shot right through the 5-hole, and it's 3-2 Paris. So Paris doing a great job of knowing where to get guys the ball, and Prince loves that right shooter spot. That's his comfort zone, and he gets it there. You can bet he's going to let it fly, and usually with pinpoint accuracy. So once again, Matthews winning the draw, gets a step, has a step, ducks through, takes a hit, peels out, waits, dumps it off, had a notion, did Janke, and he'll curl out, and with plenty of time in the shot clock, he'll look for some separation. Janke chase back out, working it to Matthews. Matthews has that one taken away from him. And Smith will headman it up almost just a hair too far for Ellerton. And Brampton will capitalize and move it up with Jonah Beam. 1.5 minutes left here, opening quarter. Give and go. Sutherland lets it go. That sidearm wide of the mark. He hasn't had the scope set exactly the way he'd like it quite yet. See here if he can't start rezoning. Brampton's certainly going to need that as they trailed by a goal here. Daibo, one-on-one. Got away with a slash there for sure, and swing around to Merritt. Merritt, they've kept things tight on him. Merritt bounces back out looking into Woodland. Good job defensively to get a stick on him. Brampton countering the other way. We're into the final minute. Headman, good pass. On the run, top corner. Penestrat on the money, on the fly. We're tied at 3. Great job by Estrat. Better job of finding him in full stride and laying that out there so he could run under that. And no chance for Cosgrove. When these guys get in that close, the goalie is at the mercy of the offensive player, and that was clear in that one there. And off the draw, once again, Matthews has been the man. He's won the last 3. He'll dipsy-doodle in, and he'll wait, kick it back out. They'll work some clock. 40 seconds on the game clock. 15 on the shot clock. Sutherland looking for an opening. Swings it around, looking for Jones. Jones, twister, good save, Cosgrove. Ball loose now. Ellerton tries to knock it up, loses his stick. Bumped off that ball, and a bump. One bump deserves another. Brampton with the fresh 20. So shot clock off with 10 seconds to go in the quarter. 5. Net empty, extra attacker, shot right down Cosgrove. The stop, it sticks, and through 15. It's 3 apiece. We'll be back with the second quarter. Back here at the ILA as we get set for second quarter, 1-2 here on this week 5. Of course, NFL Sunday in full effect, and off the draw belongs to the Riverwolves, heading in the opposite direction now as Simonelli will kick it back out. They'll work the 2-man game, skip it across. Working one-on-one, a big wind up there, but an easy save as Carson Moyer, newly acquired, picked up at Beam now. Looks up the middle. Zip it across. They'll slow it down on the left side. Ward out there getting marked by Bergsma as the Express set things up. Big shot there, and flip up will give the Riverwolves a chance now to advance. Brooks, he'll go no further. Paris will wait for the rest of the offense, go to work one-on-one here. Woodland will filter through. Merritt, kick back, Daibo. 5 seconds left, that one steered aside. So that caught something, so that'll be a fresh 20. Paris will have it. Daibo looking for a screen, gets one on the roll. Was working it beautifully with Simonelli, but couldn't pocket that pass. And now Brampton will bring it back the other way. Riley DeLille, good job. He'll head off. Now they'll start things over on the right side. Sunderland looking inside as Gavin Tebow not able to make a connection there. And a good job to race out of the pack by Patrick Morrill. He'll work it with Ellerton. Ellerton, one man to beat, but a great job by Cart to get it back. But then he, in an oh-so-gracious manner, gives it right back to them. So Paris will come back door. It's the Prince. He'll pocket that, and they'll wait for the rest of the offense to filter out. Paris doing a good job patience-wise. Woodland got a step, got chased back. Prince got it. Marked by Beam. No, Beam. A commanding presence there, and that ball loose, picked up one-handed and on the move and on the run. Here comes Tyler Halls. Back door. Work it in, and a beauty bounce shot finish. So So Jeremy Searle doing his thing. And that was a great job of utilizing the back door, and Searle flying out in stride took that one and beat Cosgrove with a bounce shot. It's 4-3. In case you missed it, in yesterday's action that took place at Children's Arena in Oshawa, it was the defending champion Whitby Steelhawks, 11-9 winners over the Oshawa Outlaws. In the second game, another thriller, as right up the middle was Ward, and a big save by Cosgrove off the shoulder, collected and left now as the Express trying to hold possession. Flip back inside, dive, great save Cosgrove. Oh my, did he get that right arm extended, and now Ellerton's going to run under it. Peterborough Timbermen and the Toronto Monarchs battled, and it was the Timbermen coming away with an 11-10 win, as the Riverwolves are going to get saddled with a too many men on the floor call. And it was hard to argue, because when Joel Furman made the call, there was clearly 6 on the floor at that time. So Paris will send a man to the box. Brampton will go to their second power play of this game. They're 0 for 1. And with just over 11 and a half to go, holding a 1-goal lead. So Tebow out there. Ward is at the top. Sutherland's in that shooter spot. So chance now as Ward changes the angle. Sutherland tried to go far side. Tebow the rebound off to Karam. Kick back out. No reset. Didn't touch anything. Loosed. Bergsman knocks it around. Good hustle there, as a chance now for Brown to run under this one. And he manages to catch it and hold on to it. Brown, in the midst of a triple team, gets taken in, and that one gets knocked back. So Sutherland and the Express regain possession, and will go back to work with 1:10 in the man advantage. Had a notion, did Buttka, but thought better of it. That shot right on. Cosgrove now going to look for a leak out. Looking for Newbro. Newbro's going to run under that on a hop. Put on the brakes. Look for the back door. Nothing doing. And he'll find some open space to dump it off. And he gets some help from Moyer. Moyer now with the double team splits too. Moyer wrapped up, and there's going to be a penalty there, and a good call, as great work by Moyer to split two and draw a penalty. And with 30 seconds left, that'll be nullified. And in 30, the Riverwolves will go to work with a man advantage. So 4-on-4 lacrosse right now. So lots of room out on the carpet, as Paris will go to work with Daibo on that right side. Working with Merritt. Give and go. Nothing doing. Daibo, slick move, runs right into Beam. No, that's a whole lot to run into. Kick out. Fakes the shovel, diving. Great job covering up that short side by Sprents. They'll get a fresh 20. And Riverwolves now will go on the power play with just under 1.5 minutes. So Paris 1 for 2 with the man advantage, an abbreviated one here. Woodland lets that go, and it goes off Beam's helmet and will stay right here. Fresh 20 for Paris. We're under 9.5 to go here in the second quarter. Haven't really given Merritt a whole lot of room to work with early on here. Brampton's been delivered. Daibo shot right on, and it's picked up, and a good job as here come the Express moving it up in transition. Estrat has it chopped down, and good job by Ward to back him up. And now they'll look to burn some more time. Under 1 minute left in the man short. Ward. That ball will get flipped down in the dying seconds. And now here come the Riverwolves. Woodland. Woodland out there with Moyer. Moyer decided to take it. Tried to go 5-hole, but good job by Sprints. Had that closed off. Daibo, no look. That's the room, but great shoulder save as Merritt got some room finally on a great feed, but Sprints shrugged that right shoulder, backdoored out. Great hands to hold on to it. Good job there by Nathan Jones. Dish out. Great save by Cosgrove. So great saves end to end. Ball loose. And good battle here. And that shot steered aside and then off the post. Great work by Janke as he regains possession again. So that extra effort, the difference right now in this 1-goal game. Tebow teed it up. That one never found its way through. Estrat battling for it. That's going to roll, and Cosgrove going to look to fish it out, but that's going to be a shot clock violation, and with 7:23 to go in this first half, we'll go to our officials' timeout. Riverwolves will inbounds after our officials' timeout. Noah Simonelli will jump start the offense here now as Paris trailing by 1 here. 4-3 game. It's been a good one. Two evenly matched teams. Davis Prince let that one go. That one was from way out. Ball loose and good battle ensues there. LeBar battling, but it's Simonelli that comes out of the scrum, and he'll work it to Daibo. Daibo, quick skip across. Moyer's shot over the net, and a chance now for Estrat in transition. Has Ellerton on him, waits for some help, has it in. Horsley's shot right on. Ball loose and sitting there. Good job to fish it out. And instead, coming out of the pack and on the run is Morrow. And they'll settle things down. Woodland. Isolated one-on-one, and that's going to be a handful as you're going to need some help with Woodland. It doesn't matter who you are. And that crease dive just wide of the mark. So Brampton dodging a bit of a bullet there. And now they'll bring it back to try to counter with under 6 minutes to go. Sunderland. Sunderland can't find a man down on that interchange. Pops back up. Big shot and a good save by Cosgrove as Butka teed that one up from well outside the dotted half circle, but certainly forced Cosgrove to have to make a good save. Sunderland, look at a bounce off one. Dumps it down low and nothing doing there as again Butka, no angle. Cosgrove had that played perfectly and now they'll work it up over the timeline. So I do have to say when it comes to the coaches in the Arena Lacrosse League, you really have to take your hat off to them because each and every week they face new and different challenges, whether it be guys not being able to fill a roster spot, too many guys for the roster spot, missing certain guys, and makes things a bit challenging, and that's just one of the things that make the coaches in the Arena Lacrosse League something special because they make something happen sometimes out of nothing. Ward on that left side trying to slide in, and Cosgrove got enough of that to steer that aside. Dying seconds, no reset. And now it is. Good job to dig that out. Fresh 20 now for Brampton. 4.5 to go. Big shot by Tebow. That'll go up, out, and went off Cosgrove, and there'll be 20 more for the Brampton offense to work with. Looking inside, trying to spin back. Good job closing that up by Bergsman and Ellerton. 8 on a shot clock. Feathered in on a no-look. Ward. So Ward looked the other way. I think Cosgrove looked where Ward was looking, but forgot Ward had the ball and he parked it in the top corner. Curtis Ward's first of the game. That's his 11th goal of the season. And a 5-3 lead now for the Brampton Express. Curtis Ward's one of those guys that came into the Arenalacrosseleague a couple years ago, and he has certainly gotten better each and every year as Nakamura Nakamura with a great tackle on NFL Sunday as to work now goes the Brampton offense. They've been steady. They haven't gotten out of their game plan, and that says a whole lot about what Jeff Dowley and company have built here as now Newbro is going to get it over the timeline, and Paris now looking for a little bit of a jump start here offensively, and they're going to look to number 44, I'm sure. One-on-one, isolated. That skip pass looking for Prince. Prince does a great job to corral it. Carte with the extra E all over him like another jersey. Looking to dump in. Good defense by Brampton. Late shot. Scooped up. Woodland one-handed, battling for it. And again, and a good job by Simonelli. So, I mean, I don't have a good counter, but I'm looking right there with a goalie in the net. There's 6 Paris players on the floor. So an easy call for Mark Sands. And that will allow Brampton their 3rd power play opportunity of the game. So a bit careless on the substitution by the Riverwolves for the 2nd time. And now 0 for 2. Here come the Express with a 2-goal lead. Ward's at the top. Usual suspects out there. Sunderland's been quiet. Gets it back. Good skip. Tebow aired that one into the gondola. Idea was right. Execution not so good. Bergsma, backdoor, on the money. Diving twister. Great save by Sprents. So full extension was Carson Moyer. Up to the task, though, Dylan Sprents. Estrat. He'll head off. And Ward now. See if they go back to Tebow on that crease. Instead, right on the money, Ward is that one stuck into the pad. And Newbro will leg it over the timeline for the Riverwolves with just over a minute left to burn here. Simonelli in no hurry. They'll spread the floor wide, and 5 on a shot clock. Merritt, that errant pass. Woodland's going to leave it, and Brampton will pick it up now. 40 seconds to go in the man advantage. So Matthews is going to get it over the timeline. They're going to be very deliberate here as we're under 2 minutes to go in this first half. Tebow bounced out. Skip, quick stick, good slide over and a save by Cosgrove. Loose, flip, fresh 20. Good job by the Express. Sunderland walking right in, has some room, doesn't have the angle. That one saved by Cosgrove. Popped up. It's loose. And again, 20 more. So a good job by Brampton to get on those loose balls. And now Sunderland behind the net. That was a shot pass. Flip, one-handed. So Curtis Ward, with a defender on one arm, used the other hand one-handed and beat Cosgrove short side. So Curtis Ward with his 2nd of the game. He's got 12 in the season, and this kid is already put together certainly his best start in the Arenalacrosseleague, but a mainstay. And when you're missing a gunner like a Jake McNabb, you got a Curtis Ward to step in and step up. That'll certainly go a long way. Off the draw again. This time Nakamura wins it, but possession to Brampton. And Halls. Well, no look. Backdoor late. Ward, and that one was partially deflected. Almost a change-up. And now Ellerton on the outlet. We're into the final minute here. Second quarter. Ellerton isolated 1-on-3. Takes a shot and almost caught Sprents looking the other way. He tried to go 5-hole, but the basket was in the way. And Brampton now can work it back with 40 seconds left. That shot well wide of the mark. Sunderland's done a good job to collect those loose balls. Has a chance, pulls it back out. Final 30 seconds here. That pass. Ward can't get it cleanly. He gets harassed. Bounced around. Tebow jumps on it. Shot right on. Rebound collected by the Express. They're going to call a timeout now with 20.6 seconds left. Jeff Dowling and company will draw something up. We'll see what they got when we come back. So final 20 seconds here of this second quarter. Goaltender in net for Brampton, as they're not going to take any chances here, but they are going to hold for the final shot. So they'll work it around. 1 second differential, game and shot clock. Isolate, chance to go, Janke. Kick out, that pass goes awry. Scooped up though, and running out of time with 1 second left. And you can bet that Paris does a good job. They will let that play out. We've played 30 minutes. It's a 6-3 lead for the visitors from Brampton. We'll be back with the third. Ready to rock and roll here for the third quarter as the visiting Brampton Express have come in, put together an outstanding 30 minutes and lead the home side Paris Riverwolves 6-3. So opening possession of this third quarter belongs to Brampton. See here if the Riverwolves can generate some. Sutherland comes firing out of that back door, and a good save by Cosgrove. Got some help from his friends, and now the Riverwolves will leg it over the timeline and set things up. Dybo. He'll inch toward the half boards on the right. Isolated one-on-one with Matthews. Matthews, good job, stays with him. Late screen, kick back over to the left. Moyer shot right on. Rebound picked up, another great save. So a good job by Dylan Sprents as he closed off two good shots from close proximity to keep the score the same. So back now, setting things up is Sunderland. He's got Bergsma on him, spins around. Bergsma with a pocket pick, neatly done. And now he's going to leg it up, look for some help, and a good shovel ahead will help the Riverwolves set up their offense now. As Woodland will kick it back out, taking them a long time to get into their offensive set. Now it's Prince looking for a screen. That shot from way out, probably ill-advised. Chance now for Penn Estrat. Speedster, Estrat on the run, wide of the mark. That'll go out of play and will go in the other direction, 180, and now the Riverwolves back with possession. So a couple of good opportunities for both sides here early on in this third quarter. Simonelli surveys the situation. Woodland trailing late. Woodland's going to tee that one up right on. And a good job there by Sprents to smother that loose ball. And a head man up ahead to Matthews. Matthews 2-on-1. Matthews steps in. Quick pass over and not able to gather. That was Butka. Ball loose. Good job by Morrow. Morrow's legged a lot of time on this carpet. Does a good job putting it in overdrive, getting it over the timeline. Woodland bounces off one. Has Beam on him now. Woodland puts on the brakes. Kick out. Simonelli didn't know he had it. He'll wait. Move it to Merritt. Down in the corner with 6 on the shot clock. Moyer taken down hard. That looked like Moyer, and I was right on that, taken down, and a good job to hold court defensively for the Express. Ward isolated, one-on-one. Ward ducks in. Ward airborne and tiptoed on that line, so creased the call, and a quick outlet pass sends away Drake Smith. Smith, and of course want to welcome Drake Smith back into the Arenalacrosseleague. Took a little time off. Always good to have you. Merritt lets it go. Another good save by Sprents. Sprents again all over that. And I tell you, Sprents has really improved over the last couple of years, and it's been his mobility that's really been the most notable in his stick work. His outlet passes now are on the money, and his lateral movement impressive in itself. 10 on the shot clock. Butka looking inside. Sutherland off the pipe. So good job there as Cosgrove laid all the way out to keep that one from crossing the goal line. Prince and Nakamura working that right side. Prince, kick over Woodland, didn't get it cleanly. Beam does. Beam now with a quick outlet pass. They'll work it up, and it's Halls. No numbers, 2-on-2. Halls looking to take it one-on-one. Quick shot, good save, Cosgrove. Rebound, fresh 20, shoveled out, and Ward will settle it down. Seven on the shot clock. Got to go to work. That shot from way out, nothing doing, didn't get through by Janke. And now Riverwolves will counter. Owen Dale, he'll retreat. Of course, Dale spent a couple years with the Peterborough Timbermen, now with the Riverwolves. Simonelli will zip it across. Daibo, a little shuck and jive, 10 on the shot clock. Tried to get it back to Simonelli. He got bumped off it. Got to get out of the crease. Shot clock at 2. Need a quick shot right on. Good shot, save. Loose now in the dotted half circle, and it's going to be Estrad. So another good job defensively by the Express as we are under 10 minutes to go here in the third. Tebow, that one right on, and good save by Cosgrove as that one was right dead center. And now Brown will slow it up. See here, Paris, these two teams going head-to-head, toe-for-toe. And Horsley now, good hesitation. Wrong stick side, but a good save by Cosgrove. 5-on-5, these teams have really showed how similar they are, but it's been a couple transition goals that have made the difference as Brown working one-on-one, chase back out. Prince. Brown, reverse spin. Good job on a good stick check. That'll be a crease violation. So Roddy DeLille doing his thing. And now Brampton back to work on O. Score still 6-3 in favor of the Express. Janke with a good recovery. Looking inside. Sutherland, not the best pass. That one floated up to Ellerton. And he'll float one right back to Sutherland, and Sutherland will get a step. Diving in. What a save by Cosgrove. Great stretch. And again, Ward. Skip. That one by Janke right on. Rebound gobbled up by Bergsma. Quick outlet, and it's Ellerton. One-on-one. Ellerton, wrong stick side, so he'll think better of it. Chase back over to his right stick side. And now they'll give and go. Merritt has some room. Merritt lets that one go. Simonelli going to try to save it and can't do it. Right behind him is Matthews. Matthews one-on-one. Simonelli. Matthews, quick step. Matthews, top corner finish. I tell you, if you blink, you missed it because that kid can move in a hurry. As Matthews extends the lead now to 7-3. First of the game for Matthews, and sometimes when your lineup gets juggled around a bit, it allows some other guys to step up and do some things they normally wouldn't be able to or have room to do. And we've seen that from Colin Matthews. We've seen that from Curtis Ward. Two notables there that have done a good job off the draw. Brampton controls. Great cut. Estrat. Great finish. Penn Estrat. Another transition goal as Estrat on the fly caught the Paris defense napping, and it's 8-3. Second of the game for Estrat, and again, Brampton not usually dominating on the transition game, but that's not the case here with lots of room on the ILA carpet. Boy, is Beam off the draw. Beam bouncing off a couple defenders. Beam still has it. Still has it. Gets out of traffic, kicks it back out, and they'll reset here with 15 on the shot clock. Sunderland ducking in, rolls in, quick shot. That's wide of the mark. No reset. And they'll swing it back out top. Going to need a shot. They get that one, but that one's well wide. That's going to go over the timeline, and with just over 7 minutes left, we'll head to our officials' timeout. Back at her here as we have just dipped under the 7-minute mark. Paris needs something. They have been stuck on three for a long time, an entire quarter and a half without a goal, and most of that's credited to this Brampton defense, but the offense has been a little stagnant after a very impressive first win last week for these Riverwolves. Tebow ducks in, looks for an opening, skips it across. Sunderland. And bodies go flying. Sunderland sheds one around and picks the corner. So Zach Sunderland, quiet like I said early, but making some noise now. Picks up his first of the game and commanding 9-3 lead now for the Express. First of the game, 15th of the season for Sunderland, and right now Jeff Dowling and company are rolling along here. So off the draw, violation will give possession to Paris, and they really need to fill something now. Need a good shot. Woodland wide open on the roll. Inside, Prince, twister! So right on cue, the Prince strikes again for the second time in this game on a beauty pass from Woodland. And finally off to Snide here, and it's a 9-4 game. I want to remind everyone to stick around for the second half of our doubleheader. The Ohsweken Bears still looking for their first win. Will take on the Six Nations Snipers. Off the draw, Paris with possession. See if they can't put together a little bit of a run here. Trailing by 5. Simonelli, he'll swing it across. Brown now. Well, if you're Jamie Dubrick, Brown ducks in. You got to figure you want a good possession. That shot, not what you wanted. Dying seconds, flip back, and you'd certainly look for something a little higher percentage at this point. But again, you got to be able to execute. That's the other half. Ball loose. Good job picking that up, but had it, lost it, had it. Now Express come away with it and dump it down. Now Tebow's going to try to run under it. Gets it, and he gets double teamed and taken to the boards. Now the triple team. Tebow still hanging on to it. 10 on the shot clock. Tebow doing all kind of swimming in there, trying to get out of it finally, and it looks like he's going to draw a penalty on the play. Going to be a holding call. And Brampton will go back to work on the power play, their fourth of the game. We are exactly at the 5-minute mark. Earlier yesterday, of course, the defending champion Steelhawks, 11-9 winners over the Outlaws. The Timbermen continue their roll. An impressive start to the season with an 11-10 win over the Toronto Monarchs. So usual suspects out there with Ward at the top. Him and Sutherland. Sutherland inches in a bit closer. Tebow thought about it. Sutherland did more than think about it. That'll stay in play. Good job by Ward. No reset on the play. Ward's going to let it go right on. Cosgrove, good save. And I'm not sure why you would even bother playing footy with that and not smother that and pick it up. But Ellerton, either way, Paris now working down a man here with just under a minute and a half to go in the penalty. So they'll spread the floor, look to kill this 30 here at the very least. Moyer, that shot wide. Karam's up, Matthews now. And if you're Brampton, shouldn't be in any rush here, one on four, with just under a minute to go now in the power play. So Ward's done a good job working the top of the offense here. That shot steered aside by Cosgrove. 20 more now for Brampton to work with. Sutherland going to keep trying to pepper Cosgrove. That one's going to go over the timeline. That's a violation and will belong to Paris deep in the offensive end. Newbro. So 35 seconds left in the man short. 3.5 to go here, third quarter. I want to thank the Six Nations Snipers for their generous donation to the media booth. Knowing full well they must have heard my stomach growling from all the way down there. So hats off to Darcy Palace and Company for the peace offering. Things just seem to be working in favor of the Express right now. As they are the passing Chris Ward, that shot as Cosgrove was already down and Ward tried to take that underhand up. Couldn't do it as we're under 3 minutes to go. So we'll see here if the Riverwolves can't give themselves a little bit of a jolt here. They need a little something. Daibo's been quiet. Woodland's been quiet. And Merritt has been extremely quiet. Merritt looking to duck in. Merritt, twister corner. So, not going to bring out a crystal ball because I don't own one, but Merritt stepping up at the right time. They sure needed him. And that closes the gap now just a little bit closer, 9-5. First of the game, 9th of the season for Merritt. If Paris now can hold and maybe pocket another one, boy, things would sure be interesting heading into that fourth quarter. Off the draw, Matthews heading for it. Good job by Labar to assist, and now Estrat will bounce it over the timeline, and they'll set things up. Looking to attack right away. Quick shot stopped by Cosgrove. Floats around in that crease. And Paris now will bring it and leg it over the timeline. Morrow's done a very quiet but excellent job manning his position here today. Simonelli on the fly. Looking inside. Wrong stick side, though, so not a whole lot good was going to come with that pass on the wrong side. This one, no different story. Tyler Halls, Bergsma right on him, and Halls now will shovel it, and Ward will set it up. So the Express leaving a player in the defensive end. That shot goes over top of the net. Smith will pick it up. Riverwolves now with Ellerton on the fly. Doesn't have any help. Will wait. Finds it in Daibo, and Daibo. Good hesitation. Looking inside. Woodland. Woodland. Going to up the ante. That shot right on. Stopped by Sprents. Headman up ahead. Good pass, but just out of the reach of Janke. And a horse collar will give possession right back to the Express. Into the final minute here, third quarter. 1-2 here at the ILA, week 5 of the Arenalacrosseleague regular season. Ball floating around, dot half circle. Tebow tried to tuck it, but Cosgrove read that, and a good outlet pass. Here come the Riverwolves. Mancini will stop, 40 seconds on the game clock, 20 on the shot. Mancini will stay out there. They'll leave a man in the offensive end. Prince works it in. Wrong stick side. Just missed that far corner, did Mancini. And Estrat now. Numbers for Brampton. Trailing. Beam. Left it behind. Instead picked up. 15 on the game clock. Daibo has room. Daibo trying to go. Great toe save by Sprents. 10 on the game clock. Moyer. Swim move. Moyer looking for the crease dive. Wrapped up. Horsley on him. Bouncers stopped by Sprents. Great defensive stand. 9-5 Express. We played 3. We'll be back with the 4th. Ready to go. Final 15 minutes here from the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena on the Six Nations of the Grand River. The Brampton Express have rolled into the ILA here and hold a 4-goal advantage over the home side Paris Riverwolves. Of course, Paris with a 1-3 record. Brampton comes in 2-2. Gavin Tebow swing across. Sunderland. Kick it back. Tebow on the run. Good save, Cosgrove. Both goaltenders have been solid. They made some difficult saves. It's been the offense that has executed well, that has put the ball in the net. There have been no cheap goals. And Sutherland now with 8 on the shot clock. Isolated one-on-one with Ellerton. That shot right on. Cosgrove again. Another good shoulder save. Ball loose in the corner. Loose, and you can see there, obviously, that's going to be a penalty, but some good sportsmanship by Morrow, because it was clear there was no malicious intent there. That certainly won't excuse the penalty, but it will give Brampton another power play. Oh for 4 with the man advantage, the Express, but they've gotten it done 5-on-5, and that's been the difference in this game so far. Same power play unit out there. This time, though, Ward not at the top. It's Janke. They'll work the interchange with Sutherland. Quick one, beauty finish. So Tebow finally finds the mark with a quick stick. First power play goal of the game for Brampton, and more importantly, that will restore the 5-goal cushion, and it's 10-5 Express. Off the draw, Beam wins that battle. Skip pass across. Estrat right on as Cosgrove. It slipped through. Estrat able to race around and pick up that loose ball. Fresh 20 now for Brampton. So 5-goal differential, far from a secure lead in this sport. Kick out Sunderland. He'll go to the bounce. Didn't catch anything, as that'll be a violation. Belongs to Paris. And they'll get it up and over the timeline. So teams at full strength here. Paris managed to pocket a couple, but that's it. They need more. Woodland, after putting up 17 goals last week, They've only got 5 here in this one. Simonelli wins that battle, gets it to Prince. Skip. Merritt shot. Good save made by Sprints. Merritt picks that up, race around the flip inside, and that's going to be a penalty from behind, and that's an easy call. As just taken too many liberties there on the run. Looks like it's going to be the extra E that's going to head over to the penalty box, and that is the case. So Duncan Carte, guilty party, illegal cross-check. So Paris now will get their 4th power play opportunity. They're 1 for 3 with the man advantage, and they need a little momentum here. They need a spark. Someone has to step up and set the table here. So everyone's had a touch. Daibo setting the table. Right there, top corner, wasting no time. And Cayman Daibo picks up his 2nd of the game. That's their 2nd power play goal, and a big one. Trims the deficit now to 4. So when Paris has been deliberate, they've been very good on offense. The issue's been that Brampton defense has been very disruptive. They've done a good job of chasing down any loose balls, limiting the second chance opportunities by these Riverwolves. Off the draw. Good job there to scoop and go. Estrat now will hold court. Well out on the right side. He'll stay out there on offense with Labar on the right. And Labar now working one-on-one with Bergsma. Trying to turn that corner. Twister right on. Great job by Cosgrove as he stood his ground. Whole lot of wrapping up going on there. And a good fight by Janke. Flips it back. Ellerton read that. Bergsma now with the scoop. Good team defense by the Riverwolves to regain possession. We're under 12 minutes to go here in the 4th. Nakamura. Merritt looking to turn the corner. Can't shed a defender. Flips. Moyer trying to duck in. Quick shot wide of the mark. Tried to collect the rebound. Instead, it's knocked ahead and on the run now with numbers. Janke, Matthews, Janke. Great save, Cosgrove. Talk about reach out and touch someone. Great job to get the arm out. Still got to get it over the timeline, and some great work there the other way as Brampton and Jeremy Searle just doing a good job of outworking the opposition to get that one back. Tebow trying to duck in. Flip. Doesn't work. Ball loose. Good job, though, by Estrat. Chance here. That one's, again, good save, Cosgrove. Whole lot going on over there as Brampton will pick up a fresh 20. And they'll reset the offense with Estrat. Estrat goes to the sidearm, and that's up and off Cosgrove. 20 more. And they'll kick it back out. Tebow again. 10.5 minutes to go here in the 4th. Tebow has it stripped. Going the other way, Mancini. Going to be tough to outrun, but instead, that pass just a bit too far for Brooks. Brooks will run it down. And what could have possibly have been a transition opportunity will have to be a full setup now. Woodland gets a step. Woodland lets it go right on. Sprents has weathered that storm. Woodland has been shooting BBs at him. And now Matthews with a reverse pivot there, and Beam will get it over the timeline. Good job to hang on to that by Ward. Runs into a double team, spins away, swims away. Good job to get out of trouble. And now Sutherland gets a step. Can't get it to go, but swipes it right back. Looking down low, but Ward was already headed to the bench. And now Bergsma will loft it up, and here come the Riverwolves. Morrow, under 9.5. Swinging across to that right side. Daibo. 8 on the shot clock. Merritt, Nakamura, quick shot wide. Merritt going to try to pick that up. Gets taken down. That's going to be an interference call and will belong to the Paris Riverwolves. So Merritt will reset. They'll work with 20 more. And a quick skip. Daibo gets a step. Peel out, shovel. Looking for Simonelli. Simonelli in traffic. That's a tough pass to make. Only a quick stick finish is your only option, and the Express come out of that pack. Weaving through is Adamson. Good save made there by Cosgrove. Ellerton backs him up. Ellerton directing traffic, skips it across, and not able to handle that with Scott. Gets some help, though, and Riverwolves regain possession. Scott will hang on to this one this time. Gets a check, and that goes into the bench. So that will belong to Brampton, and they'll now work it up over the timeline and set things up on the half boards with Ward. Curtis Ward. Him and Sutherland have put together a fine offensive game. Looking for a step on the screen. Ward, one-handed, dumps it off inside, and that's going to be a crease call. So now a chance to air it out. Looking for Smith on the fly. Instead, Sprents will get it, and he'll move it quick and get it up to Jonah Beam. Under 8 minutes to go. The lead is 4 for the Brampton Express, trying to pick up their third win of this early season. Dump down low. Nothing doing there. That's a crease call. And now Ellerton. Daibo will wait for the rest of the offense to filter out. Go to work now one-on-one. Slides by one. Gets bounced out. Gets chased. Still going for a long run. And tries to get it to Wood in a tough place. Dying seconds. That shot right on, almost deflected. And instead, Brampton now will bring it back the other way as we hit the 7-minute mark. Stick around, the Ohsweken Bears, Six Nations Snipers, to follow this one to wrap up Week 5 in the Arenalacrosseleague. Sutherland swims way inside, up, down, top corner. Curtis Ward. That was a thing of beauty right there. Ward with his third goal of the game, and that was a beauty. Right on the doorstep, no chance for Cosgrove, 11-6. So I think if you're Jamie Dubrick and the Riverwolves, you're a little disappointed in what your team has brought so far. If you're Jeff Dowling and company, you're happy. And you've gotten some guys that have really stepped up. And they've got the lead here with 6.5 minutes to play. Ward. Good flip inside. And that one's picked up. Chance now for the Riverwolves in transition. It's Newbro. See, that's an instance there where Newbro probably quick enough to use his size to lean in and at least get a transition opportunity. Instead, they'll pull it out now. Merritt lets it go. Easy save for Sprents. Almost knocked back into the crease, but good job to flip that up ahead. And now on the run is Janke. Janke goes to the middle, kick back, looking inside and crease the call. And with 5:46, that will take us to our final officials timeout. Good to go, and with 5:46 to play, the Riverwolves have a bit of a mountain to climb. Certainly not out of the realm of reality, but going to be tough. Right to work. Daibo diving. Another good save made there by Sprents. Sprents and Cosgrove have put together an outstanding game at both ends. As Ellerton now attacking again. Beauty, 5-hole. So they needed a spark. They got one. It comes from Carson Moyer with his first of the game. And now the lead is 4. So Paris certainly did what they wanted to do coming out of that official's timeout. The issue, though, has been that Brampton has had an answer each and every time. Paris has only managed to put together back-to-back goals, nothing more. Brampton, though, has gone on a 3-goal run. Off the draw, Matthews will pull it right back out. They'll settle things down with McDonald. He'll retreat. And now we'll see what kind of response the Express have. Sunderland looking for an opening. 10 on the shot clock. Him and Tebow looking for the give and go. Tebow one-on-one. Gets pushed out. So Brampton now, you can see with under 5 minutes, not in a hurry. They're going to look for a high percentage shot. They're not going to settle for anything less. And Paris now, I don't think with under 5 to go have a whole lot of time to give everyone a touch. Going to have to look for an opening now and go. Prince. Twister! Prince! Finds the mark. No purple, but the job is done. It's 11-8. Third of the game for the Prince. So back-to-back goals for just the second time in this game for the Riverwolves. And with 4:35 to go, this baby is far from done. So a big draw here, Beam and Nakamura. That's going to be a violation, Nakamura. Give possession to Brampton. So Brampton sort of took the foot off the gas pedal in that last possession. See here if they don't go back to work. You know what happens when you play keep away. Nothing good. And they'll swing it around now to Ward. Ward. Him and Sutherland. Sutherland shot right off the logo. Cosgrove looking for an outlet. Finds Newbro. Newbro in the basket. Has Ellerton with him, but they don't have numbers 2-on-3. And Newbro will pull it out. They'll have to go back to work here at the 4-minute mark. Fourth quarter. Down 3. Possession Paris. Merritt. Dybo ducks in. Dybo try to change the angle. And rolling into the net, but it sits there. And a good job by Sprents to keep it out. And now Matthews. Backdoor. Tebow on the fly. No look pass. Can't connect. Bergsma. Bergsma had it, lost it. Bergsma going to battle for it again. Too much hands, and possession belongs to the Express. Ward will get a screen and curl right back out. Janke. 8 on the shot clock. Ward. Kick back. Tebow underhand. Cosgrove got just enough of that. And now Smith will bring it up over the timeline, and Paris as we inch toward the 3-minute mark. Moyer on the run. Chased out. Merritt has room. Merritt over the top. That never found its way through. Partially deflected. So a good job by the Brampton defense now, and it's Labar. That one almost knocked down as Estrad. So it'll be all about the close for these Express here. Butka into Sutherland, but Sutherland couldn't pocket it. 5 on the shot clock. Mancini going to hold it. And with 2:20 to go here, possession belongs to Paris. So time ticking away here. Time on the side of the Express. Paris. Gotta go. Kick. Moyer. Good cross check. Moyer hesitates, comes back, diving. Moyer scores. So Carson Moyer picked a good time to pick up his second of the game. And if you thought things were interesting before, take a look now. Just a 2-goal lead for the Express with 2:03 to play. So this is sometimes where things get difficult. You can open strong, but it's about closing strong that's the most important. And off the draw this time, Nakamura with a big win there. He's going to take that down deep, try to get out of trouble, and knock it over. But instead, it goes right back to Brampton. And now Estrad. So Brampton's been very lackadaisical on their last two possessions. Haven't gotten a good high percentage shot. Sutherland looking to change that. Zip, Tebow on the cut, had him. Instead, Riverwolves pick it up. Great stick check there, but better backup. Ellerton on the move, 3-on-2. Trailer not able to connect as Brooks couldn't handle it, and now it's a 2-on-2 the other way. Good job to hang on to that one and not throw that away by Tyler Halls. That helps to have a bit of a vet out there. Now Tebow, 10 on the shot clock. Tebow can't play without a stick. Picks it up and goes right back at it to battle. Shot clock winding down, and that'll be possession. We're into the final 55 seconds here. See what Paris has. Whatever they do, it's got to be in a hurry. Bergsma, got to get it. Woodland, got to go. Simonelli wide open down there. Didn't see him. Got to take that shot. They score! So Carson Moyer, late out of the bench, wrong stick side, finds the short side corner, and it's 11-10. 41 seconds left, and if you thought it was done, you haven't seen the fastest game on 2 feet. And if you're Brampton, you got to hope you didn't take your foot off that gas pedal too early. 41 seconds to go. Another big draw. Flip back. Brampton with possession. It's Estrad. They'll work it. 30 seconds on the game clock. So a 9-second differential. Swing around. Sutherland. Him and Beam. Beam getting chased. Pressure. That pass goes a bit air, and Estrad dumps it in the corner. That's going to go up. Picked up Ellerton. Timeout called by Paris with 11.7 seconds left. They'll have a chance to tie. We'll take a quick break. Be right back for the finish. Set to go here. Final 11 seconds. Net empty at the Paris end for the extra attacker. 1-goal lead. Here we go. Merritt zips it. Moyer feeling it. Moyer dive. Moyer scores! 4 seconds on the clock to tie the game at 11. Oh! Talking about the setup, who do you go to? Well, I tell you, someone up here in the booth said you go right back to the man who's carrying the torch, and Moyer, red hot, picks up his 4th of the game, and we are tied at 11 with 4 seconds to play. Off the draw, the clock's going to tick down, and this one's going to be tied at 11. Regulation. We'll take a short break, but don't you go anywhere. All right, well, if you asked for it, you got it. We're going to overtime here. So the rules, full 15-minute period, but it is sudden death. So first goal wins here. And what a valiant comeback by the Paris Riverwolves to force this OT off the draw. Opening possession will belong to the Express. They'll create some space now. The whole idea here, what's the strategy? Well, try to put the ball in the net. Best shot you can get, score as quick as you can, and limit the opposition's opportunities. Ward, Dipsy Doodle, 2 swim moves. Ellerton closed that out. Great backup. Knocked back, and Paris now. And it's Newbro in transition. Brown trying to jump in the rush. Newbro will pull it out. So now Paris will get their first offensive possession here in overtime. So who do you go to? Do you go to 44? You go back to 28. Moyer's been the man. They'll swing it around. He'll work it on the half boards. Quick shot right on. Good save. Sprints. Ward with a backhand out. And Daibo, great job to get it and scamper into some open carpet. And now Simonelli will slow it down. So Prince out there, Simonelli, Daibo, Prince lets it go. What a great call. Rebound. One scores. The Riverwolves fight their way back and win this one 12-11, the final. Oh my, what a thriller here at the ILA. Game 1 in the books. Week 5 rolling along. 12-11 the final. The Express with the loss fall to 2-3. 2 wins in a row for the Riverwolves. They are now 2-3. On behalf of JVI Productions, the Arena Lacrosse League, I'm Lance Wynn. Game 2 to follow. See you then.